because we have a lot to cover with Francisco. So welcome everybody. I'm going to dive in on some quick events here at BPM RIA. Alexa, office manager at BPM RIA. We have a ton of upcoming events, and then Francisco is going to dive in on how to create and grow your buyers list. So we do have a raffle today. Everybody text the word REIFAX to our event line 954-800-6961. And I'm throwing that in the chat for you guys because we're going to run a little bit quick now. So I'll be throwing that in the chat for you guys, some helpful links, everything like that. So take note of the chat or take a quick picture. And then somebody will be able to win 2 free months of the professional dialer. So go ahead and do that because it is phenomenal. This is what our students use, what our mentors use. So a lot of people in Florida use because it's the best. So real quick, guys. You have to go ahead and check out the website right now. There are a ton of in-person and online events that we have posted. So you will see Francisco in August. Hopefully he will be there. I'm pretty sure he will. He always is. August 3rd, that's our big main meeting over at the Signature Grand. And then we have a ton of in-person and online events before that. So monthly meeting next week with Maria Giordano. Register for that for free Wednesday evening. I forgot to fix the time here, but this is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. half day live workshop with Maria Giordano. She'll be following that up. So make up your mind for yourself, come to the monthly meeting, and then see if you're interested in this. But I highly, highly recommend you go see her. She is phenomenal. She is great, and she's definitely mastered her craft. So go ahead and look at the website, link in the chat for details on those. And then we have 2 free webinars also. And then don't be surprised if you see another one pop up. 2 in-person events. So Palm Beach County people, anywhere near Boca Raton, we are meeting collaboration event with DRIA at the Wyndham Boca Raton. So that is posted to the website. Please RSVP. There's limited seating. It's going to be a higher end, just phenomenal event, hors d'oeuvres, drinks, coffee, tea, everything. It's going to be so, so good. So go ahead and look at the website and register for that for free. As well as July 23rd, we have a free in-person event in Pompano Beach. So anybody over Broward County East, Pompano Beach, we're having an event in person, learn how to wholesale and find deals for big profits. You can go ahead and register for all these on the website. And as you know, you can get text alerts for our events. This is my favorite way to keep up with events, especially if you were there with what happened yesterday. My fault, I switched the wrong day. So get an alert the day of the event via text, and that you text the word BPM REIA to 954-800-6961. All right. Trying to run quick. So quick start training. It's a 2-day, all-day live training with 4 insane guest speakers, including Francisco. This is led by Anish. We're doing cameras on, mics on. We're getting into it. I'll throw the link in the chat so you can see all the topics we cover, the different speakers that will be presenting. And this is going to be a tighter knit, just really awesome experience. If you're available on September 10th and 11th, I highly recommend you buy an early bird 4th of July special, whatever you want to call it, ticket for $297, 2 full day training, money back guarantee. So can't beat that. It's awesome. Everybody loves it. And then it will bump up to $595 for non-members after July 5th at midnight. So link in the chat for you guys. And you know, you can always send me an email or give me a call if you have any questions about the quick start. Alrighty, our members, as you know, get in free for those in-person main meetings. They get discounts to all of our seminars, all of our in-person online workshops, and they get the National RIA Benefit Package. So if you'd like to become a member, go ahead and click the link in the chat. So you can get all those discounts, insane discounts to Home Depot, FedEx, Rent Perfect, Arcana Insurance, the list goes on. So go ahead and press the link in the chat. Thankfully, National RIA we're partnered with them and they give us a ton of benefits. So there's a lot to look at, and let me know if you have any questions about that. And last but not least, our one-on-one coaching and mentoring programs. As you know, we do something a little bit different over here at BPM RIA. We actually partner you with a mentor one-on-one. We put up 100% of the money for our students' deals, and we also split profit 50-50. So we take on all the risk, we pair you with a mentor. It is truly one-on-one. And we include a lot of amazing things, including ReiFax, which is, we're going to learn a lot today with Francisco. If you'd like to book a call, go straight to the website. I put the link in the chat. I also put my email. Schedule a call with me, and we'll get you a 1-hour free consultation with one of our mentors. You can see if it's a good fit for you. And I'll also share you the brochure and some amazing details about what we do in there. So last, thank you. So always want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, thank Francisco, thank National RIA. Thank you guys all for being here today. Any comments for Francisco or I, go ahead and throw those in the chat. All questions, please go ahead and put those in the Q&A section in the top or the bottom of your Zoom. And yeah, thank you, Francisco. I'm gonna let you share your screen now. All righty.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. Sorry, guys. Francisco was totally not ignoring me. He was very busy yesterday, and that was my bad for mixing the day. So we're really excited to be here today.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you. I love to be between entrepreneurs. This is basically our software, ReiFax, and ReiFax.com. One of the things that we actually do for you guys in ReiFax is finding buyers. And for that, we have a special section in the system. It's called Buyers Pro. And this is what our clients actually do for potential clients or potential sellers. How to increase, and so I meant to say potential buyers. How to increase actually your buyers list. And this is fundamental if you are in the real estate business. Either you are wholesaling or hoteling, you need to have a buyers list. And you know, we're really proud of this section here, the Buyers Pro, because it will allow you to find those buyers that are in, you know, in the vicinity of what you are selling, or what you want to say, or what you want potentially buy. So knowing that, I'm gonna be running some examples. I'm gonna go in the whole county of Broward, and the first thing that I'm going to do is click on search directly, meaning I want to know everything related. Where are the buyers in Broward? I'm gonna be talking about the categories here. Now this particular search take a little bit to run because it's squeezing the databases to take the data for you. And the system is now running about probably 1 million records to squeeze those cash buyers for you. Now, the first section that we're gonna see is cash buyers. Now, when we find cash buyers, what we're showing to you is buyers that we have a presumption for cash buyers. The presumption is if the property is an LLC, it have multiple properties that bought recently, is what we call a cash buyer. Normally, properties that are under LLCs or another forms of corporation, Incs, corps, those type of properties are basically people that is buying cash, okay, or companies that are buying cash. They're not pursuing mortgage. So that's why we understand to be a cash buyer. And that's what we call cash buyers, the kind of, and they bought the property in the last year. So a recent cash buyers. As you can see, we have this owner MBR Inc. This is the address, and this is the owner city address. It's West Palm Beach 33401. Okay, so this particular buyer bought 127 properties. Now, sometimes these buyers is someone about a building, and the building has 127 properties. That happens. Okay. Of course, it's going to be still going to be a cash buyer, but they each just bought a building, no 127 separate properties. So that's what we want to check first. If you click on top of this, what you're going to be seeing here is, in this case, as you can see, yes, it's a cash buyer, but this case he bought several buildings. Okay. When I say he bought several buildings, I mean it this way. You see there are addresses that are very close or repeat. Okay. That means that he owns the whole subdivision. The other thing that you can see is actually check that in a map. I'm going to put at least 250 to check in the map, and you're going to be seeing how is the buyers. See? In this case, is kind of like a subdivision, still owes that kind. And actually, the ones that you see that are purple, those are pending sales. So it's still, this person is still selling these properties. And as you can see, all these here are probably they're already sold. Okay. So you can identify also who is the seller of certain properties. I'm going to check another potential buyer. See, this is a building or a couple of buildings. If we go to map view, you're going to be seeing that are in the same place. Okay, so this was a transfer or a sale that was recently happened. Let's check that one again. The details. See, one for 2.9, one for 5.7, and one for 9.4. So he bought, this company bought these buildings recently. I'm gonna check on another one here. These that I'm showing you right now are buildings. There's still potential cash buy because they buy this kind of property, but what we're looking for is cash buyers that buy properties by one. And I think we're going to achieve that looking over here. As you can see, this is a potential cash buyer. It's not only buying, but selling. See, guys, this open door. And, you know, open door is always a potential buyer. And as you can see, he has 25 properties. He owns 25 properties in Broward County. And he's selling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those properties. And, you know, it's curious to know here, he bought for 631. Let's see how much he's selling. 693. So see the difference here between buying and selling. He's selling for 693. he bought for 631. He basically buying in market value, which is this one, and he's selling way over market value. So I don't know how long is that play gonna go for him. In the meantime, that's a little bit, that's what we call speculative real estate, but let's see. Sometimes works depends on the market. Now, this property was bought for 440,400, and he bought it over what we have here in market value, and he listed for 504. Now, let's check the comparables for that property. I have a lot of comps. Let's go to something in the subdivision. $398. He bought it in 444. Is trying to sell it in 504,000. I don't see it there, guys. But again, what we're looking is for buyers. This open door is a potential cash buyer. He's buying high and selling even higher. I don't know if that's sustainable or not at this moment in this market, but let's see another example. He bought this property in 612. Market value 629. He's selling for 770,000. Okay, so it's really, he bought it in March 21. Again, speculative for me, in my personal opinion. So you can see this company is buying properties from 273,000 up to 856,000. And the location that he's buying in Broward is all over the place. So this is the way that you analyze a cash buyer and what is potentially doing right now. So you can actually count this company as a cash buyer. Let's see what is the address of the company, or the other things that we can see. Open the Property Trust 1, and it's in Arizona, as you can see. Okay, so this is, again, a potential cash buyer. Let's find another one. Let's find another one. Hollywood Horizons LLC. Okay, this is a building that was bought. Let's pass on that one. This is a building also. Building, Lennar building. This is a holding company. Let's check. Building also. Autoval Ventures. Building. Let's check below 25. Calypso K LLC. This is a building too. What we're looking for, guys, here is properties that are, buyers that buy multiple properties, like this one, for example. This is another one. He buy properties from 205,000 up to 955,000, and see the difference between the one that we were looking at before and this one. This one is holding properties, not selling. Okay, and let's check the locations of where he's buying from. Okay, we would say by the corner of the I-95, have a property in Weston too. So you can see that where he's buying. And again, he's buying anything. He's buying anything, check again, between 205,000 up to 950,000. Being the small one at 2.1 and the biggest one at 4.3 or 4,000 square feet. So this is actually the buying conditions of the specific of these specific buyers. So again, one of the things that we can see in that buyer is the location. Okay, Realtor Wholesalers Inc. Here it is. It's located in Lantana, Florida. He's buying properties cash, and he bought this fairly recently, September 21. Let's check by date. What is the most recent property that he bought? March 31st. I'm sorry, May 31st was the last one that he bought. It's a 14 square feet property, and we can check the location, as you can see, of the owner. And we have the owner phone number here, which is important. Margie Epps, and this is the number of the property. One of the things that you can do is actually put this into your follow-up, and you can put it in prospecting, add it, and when you get to this property 1531, you go to your follow-up. I'm going to filter for the one that I'm adding today. And I can actually get the information here. I'm going to do a skip trace of this property to see if any other informations pop up. By the way, you can do skip tracing companies if the companies in Florida is going to bring additional information, most probably. If not, if it's not a Florida company, we won't be able to bring anything additional. As you can see, we have the cell phone number. It's called Margie Epps, and this is the information of the company. And that's the way that you actually get the data of the phone number of the potential buyers. I'm going to go back to the follow-up again. I'm sorry, to the cash buyer option. It is the result, and let's check another one. Another potential buyer. When you see something like Broward Tango Village LLC, it might be a building. So let's check. Yes, when you see that is $3.8 million, it's because it bought multiple properties. In this case, a potential buyer also because he bought one property and is selling it. In this case, it's a 2.5. No, it's actually selling already the property he bought, the building that he bought is selling it in parts. Okay. And let's check another one. Again, $3.5 million, 16 units or 16 properties. These are also potential buyers if you have buildings that you're selling. So depends on what you're selling is also a potential client for you. Let's check another one here. Island Properties. This one, as you can see, is buying and selling. He bought this property recently, and he's reselling the property. It's a 3-2 pool and waterfront. Let's check how much he's selling that one. Oh, he's selling the big. He bought it in December for $240,000, and he's selling now for $539,000. So the market value in that area is 477, but he's selling for 539. So this is the kind of spread that this person is trying to make at the moment. He clearly sold it for 240 and is selling it now for 539. He started selling that a week ago on June 23rd. It looks like he fixed the property. It says new AC, new flat roof, 3-bedroom, 2 baths, waterfront pool. So he is trying to make a big flip in this one. Okay. So as you can see, this is the kind of potential buyer that you might want to get. He's buying mostly 3.2s and 2.1. The max that he's paying for the property is 315. And as you can see, he has some the multi-listing like this. This one is in the multi-listing. This and this is already in the multi-listing too. So we can check in how much he's selling. This is contingent for sale. 295 is sells in 344. Okay. So he's clearly making a difference there, important. And this other one here. Oh, that's the same one. Apologize. 267. And he's selling for 335. I'm sorry, for 400 almost. He bought it for 267. So that's a decent spread also that he's looking to make there. So this is a rehabber. It says new roof. See, no HOA, property features for bedrooms. So this is a potential buyer if you are a wholesaler. Again, the information here, Highland Properties LLC. You can add this to your follow-up. And let's refresh the data here. And let's try to skip trace this person or this company per se. Now, skip tracing a company is not as, it is a little bit more complex. So it might bring or not information here. So that is something that you need to know. I'm gonna leave doing that. I'm gonna come back to the search. By the way, you can leave a process working and start doing something else. It will actually save you time. I'm gonna go to my results again. And one of the other things that I want to show you guys is, remember these ones that are here are, they finished. Let me check if it brings something up. Okay. We have the agent information when the person, when it's, you know, it's for sale. That's something that you probably need to have to. But I have no additional information here. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my results. And the other thing that I want to show you, again, this is the way that you actually find your potential buyers and find the information of your potential buyers. But I want you to know who the holders are. Holders are, what we call holder is basically the same than cash buyers, but we don't stop in the last year. So that means that it doesn't matter to us when they bought the property. If there are corporations, they own a property, we're going to show it here. And here is where you're going to find the big hedge funds that own a lot of property. So that's why it's important for you to check and look at this, because that's something that you need to have phone numbers, addresses of where those hedge funds are. This here is one of the biggest hedge funds in actually the United States, I would say, because we have property in basically in all counties in Florida and in some other states too. SRP Sub LLC, as you can see, they own just in Broward 795 properties. So it's important for you to know these names and have this information. As you can see, the latest property that this hedge fund has bought, he bought the latest one in December 10, 2019. So it's not currently buying, but again, it's important that you have that information in. And these ones here are transfer of title, by the way. So that's all the thing you need to know, is they're active or not. I have another one here, Heaven Lake States Inc. You can check the type of property when they bought it. Actually, I have a problem with one property here, is in pre-foreclosure. Something that you need to check on. Or they bought it and it was in pre-foreclosure. We keep the foreclosures for a year. We call it foreclosure sold. And the other thing that you can actually see in the system is out-of-state holders, out-of-state cash buyers, I'm sorry. This is people that are not from here and bought property recently. And the other one is out-of-state holders. That is between our clients, there was an interest to know where the international buyers were, or where they were from. And we have that information too. As you can see, all these companies are not located in Florida, New York, Georgia, Illinois, Arizona, Texas, California. They have multiple properties, or they own buildings that have, apartment buildings. Okay, and let's check international buyers. And these are international buyers that bought recently. Maybe the list is not going to be that big, but let's check. And this is Broward County. You're going to find more international buyers in Miami-Dade, usually. But let's check. Let's check Broward first. Then we actually take a look of other companies. See this company here? Had 34 apartments and is in Canada. Most of the buyers or cash buyers in, wow, they're all in Canada. Trinidad and Tobago have 4 properties, but it's mostly Canada. Japan, 4 properties. Puerto Rico, 4 properties. UK, 4 properties. Argentina, 4 properties. You're looking for international buyers? Here they are, guys. Canada, Australia, 5 properties. Israel, 7 properties. France, 7 properties. United Kingdom, 8 properties. Argentina, 8 properties. You can see these are potential international buyers. We have address. Of that, we don't have phone numbers for that. We don't provide at the moment international phone numbers information. Just US, and in case of corporations, just Florida, so you know. And we have also international holders. Those are companies that they're not in the US, but again, they actually own property here. So you can see this property here, most of these holders are from Canada, I will say. We have someone in Italy with 3 properties, Australia, Venezuela, 3 properties. So yes, there is some other potential buyers and holders. Now, let's do the same thing, but let's do it for Miami-Dade. Let's shuffle a little. And click on search. The system automatically is going to go for the cash buyers tab. And same as Broward, you probably is going to find a lot of buildings that have multiple properties, but you also going to find buyers that actually buy property all over the county. So those are the ones that potentially, if you are a wholesaler, wants to deal with more. And we're going to also check the international buyers. As you can see, Miami-Dade takes a little bit more time to do this because it's more data. It's around 1.5 million records. The system is actually squeezing the database in order to do this. Okay, so as you can see, Leonard Homes, 182, Alpine Townhomes. Those are probably, as you see, let's change this, Dr. Horton Inc. Probably, I'm almost sure this company buys, this is a building. I know this is a building because first, the value is high, this $4 million, and the price repeats a lot. Okay, so these here, these 66 properties here are potential buildings. And you can see it's going to be 2 or 3 buildings in the map, something like that. See, 2 or 3 areas, a section for this one. So you can add it if you buy your lease. It is something that you are pursuing to sell multiple properties at the same time. Let's find another one. Check this one. This one are buildings too, as you can see, because of the price is high. Okay, this one is someone that is buying, in this case, apartments. From 140 to 250. And he's buying very recently. Not only that, you can see the area where the person is buying. That is basically anywhere in Miami-Dade. So this is a potential buyer for you if you deal with condos. Okay, let's check the international buyers. That was something that many of our clients are interested to get. Sometimes when it's international buyers, the phone number is in public record. And, you know, that it might not work, but at the moment it's the best we can offer. And as you can see, Canada, Puerto Rico, Canada, Puerto Rico, British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Canada, Russia here, Czech Republic, Virgin Islands. So you have that, definitely Canada is the one that is buying the most properties. We have this property here that the address is in Toronto. So that is what I call a potential buyer. Quebec, Maple, Puerto Rico, San Juan, they have 7 properties. So again, that's where you actually find international buyers. Now I'm going to actually do a Q&A, but I want to go back here for a moment, and it's important for you to know this. In this search, you can actually say, okay, and this is the train of thought that you should have. I recently bought a property in 33168 and I want to wholesale it. Or I have a property under contract in 33168 Miami, and I want to wholesale it. The only thing that you need to do is pick the type of property. I'm going to select single family, and I'm going to pick the zip code 33168. So I'm going to pick here which are the cash buyers that are buying in 33168 single family properties. So it shows who can be a potential buyer for me. As you can see, it's telling me 45 companies bought property recently in 33168. Okay, in this case, Open Door is one of those. Remember that we saw Open Door already. Open Door is one of those. And I want to do an example with Open Door that is going to be interesting. I'm just going to copy here. Perfect. Okay. So in this case, as you can see, all these are potential buyers for you for the type of property that you already have. Okay. One of the things that that you can actually search here is the sold price of what you want to sell. You want to say, okay, between those, I want something that is between 250,000 and 350,000, which is what I'm aspiring to sell it for. It will sell the cash buyers that are buying in the last year between that range of price. That's the other thing that you can actually do in the system. Go more precise to see who is buying in that range of price. The other thing you can do is you can put the actual address of the property, and the system will get and find something that is the one that are closest to that one. I don't have one property here right now, but just for you to know, those are the 19 potential buyers in that zip code that are buying properties, again, between 250 and 350,000. I'm going to go to do something I think is interesting to know. And I'm going to go out of the BIOS Pro system and back to the ReiFax Professional Dialer, which is the main system. And I'm going to do something that it might interest you to know here. Yes, first I'm going to go to Broward, and no, actually, I'm going to go for any county, and I'm going to put in the owner names contains, I'm going to put the word Open Door to see how many properties Open Door owns in Florida. That's interesting to know, and which type of properties. Okay, that's a big number, 1,956 properties Open Door owns in Miami, in Florida. And out of that, how many are for sale. Interesting to know. Almost 2,000 properties. We have half of it for sale. So very interesting to know. And out of those, you can know how many of those are pending. 269 pending for sale. And how many of those are contingent for sale? None. How many of those are active? 618. So these are the numbers of this cash buyer. And you can see how much they bought properties in 193 is selling in 224. I'm sorry, in 233. In this case, this property is located in Temple, Florida. So it's a good thing that you can see the model, the business model of this company. Now, Alexa, you are there. I'm going to open the, oh, I think I have a few questions here. So I'm gonna go to for the Q&A, Alexa.
Absolutely, absolutely. So somebody was asking, like, from the top, from this screen, how to get to the cash buyers. So I'm pretty sure you just press the Buyers Pro.
Yeah, I already covered that. I'm gonna go really quick for that again. So there is no doubt. I'll go to Buyers Pro. If you want to know the cash buyers for Broward County, I will do it again. Click on search and you will bring here all the cash buyers first. Mm-hmm. And again, our presumption for the cash buyer is the properties owned by a corporation or by trust, and it have multiple properties. Normally, those kind of properties are both either cash or, you know, with funds that are not financed by a regular mortgage. You can see these are the cash or potential cash buyers or Broward County. There are more than 5,000. Okay. If you want to, for instance, change that to single family, you want to see only the cash buyers for single family. And this is, again, something that the system will do really quick. Now, let me check the other questions. See, I have another question. See, how is the ReiFax value calculated? When viewing ReiFax values, they're not taking into account the number of bedrooms that you are in the search. That's true. Okay, I'm gonna say how we actually calculated that. And I'm gonna run an example really quick. This is not that was not supposed to be a material for this webinar, but it's that is always interesting to answer this question because it's the key for the system to understand how it operates. So I'm gonna go for a single family. I'm going to look for something for sale that normally have a lot of comps, something like a 3-2. And I'm going to pick something in a zip code that have a lot of sales in Broward County. So it's a good example. You have a lot of sales, so you understand how the system is coming from. Let me check. 3 2s. But this is nothing with that matter here. Okay, let's do it like that. I'm doing something wrong. Oh, it's half bedrooms. That's what I'm using.
I see.
Okay. Bedrooms. I'm sorry, guys, to see you were paying attention. Okay, 32s, 33023, and I knew there was something wrong with it. Okay, let's say this property is selling in 400, and I'm gonna order this by potential equity, so you understand how we calculate equity here, market value. Okay, this property says that it has 22% equity. This property is already pending for sale, but we're gonna do the example with this one. And the way that we're gonna do it is gonna click on the property. This property is located in Miramar, 33023 is a desirable area, blue collar area. Okay, this is the owner over here, and it's a 2,000 square feet. The listing price is 320. Let's see, very nice through home, nice pool. Okay, it says nothing wrong with the property, but it's selling cheaper than the market value in the area. So there is something in there. We need to check more deeply into that. But let's check. How do we calculate market value? Here are the comps. Again, we do not discriminate comps for bedrooms and bathrooms. The reason is very simple. There are properties that have no bedrooms and bathrooms in the public record, and you don't want to take those out. Okay, so we're giving you only comparables based on these criteria, more or less 10% of the square footage, which is 2,072. Okay, half a mile, which is what you see here in the map. This is half a mile. You can see it here. The farther is 0.48 miles, and 12 months, the last 12 months. You might say, well, those comps are not really accurate right now in this market. And I would say that you might be right, but again, the way that we do it is in the way that we can create an actual statistical tendency. And for that, we need enough information to create that tendency. That's why we work with this formula. And what we found out that we're working with this formula, you almost get between more or less 5% of the actual price right now in any given area. Not all areas are the same, but you know, in our experience, in any market, it is what happened. More or less 5% of what you would call the closest market value. And for that, one of the things that we're going to do is let's change this and say, okay, I want only properties that are in the same subdivision. Normally, properties in the same subdivision not only are the closest, but are the same type of property by the same builder. Not always the same, but a lot of the times that happens. You can see in this case, as you can see that the closest and the properties were built in around the same year, 67, 69, 68, the one that is closest is 1976. As you can see, all these are 3 2s. This is the only one that is 4-3. But the system, when we do the calculation, we don't go by average, we go by median. So a high price or a low price is not going to affect the system per se. As you can see, this is the only 4-3, but it's $125,000. Okay. So if you are comparing 4-3s right now, and this is the only comp that you're going to find, and see that 4-3 is going to be lower than a 3-2. That's another reason why we don't do it for bedrooms and bathrooms. So knowing that, let's calculate this value with this set of comparables. It's actually 387. 387 and 408 is the market value. It's 387 close to 408. Pretty. pretty close. If we take this one out and we are only with the 3 twos and we calculate again, it's 398. It's 398 close to 408, very close. Okay, not only very close, it's between that 5% that I was talking to you about. And also the other value is very close to that 5%, more or less 5% that I was talking to you about at the beginning. And I'm going to go back here and say, okay, I don't care about the division, but I care about the closing date. I want the most recent ones and want the last 3 months. Let's check what have sold the last 3 months. Calculate again. It's actually 404. It's close to 408. Very close. So again, as you can see, the market value that we give you not only is close when you interchange or change the data, but is very close. Now, I'm gonna say this again. It has to be enough data. That's why we go with a broader aspect. We don't go by bedrooms or bathroom precisely because of that. Okay, I covered that. I hope I covered that. Otherwise, please check on that.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Okay.
All right.
I see another question. How to be a bias list if you don't have ReiFax? That's an excellent question. I had no idea.
I know.
You can go checking in public records, but in ReiFax, what we have is something that save you time and money. Okay, that's what we're proud of doing this. Not, I mean, with all the clubs that we work with very closely, we've been listening to what they have to say. We listen to our clients, and we can actually do is this kind of thing that is gonna save you time tremendously. I have another question here. Here says, are properties of data when they're no longer in foreclosure? I found many that were all also waste of money in mailing. We do have personal people that personally actually take those properties out. Okay, but there is a time. First, if you call someone that is in foreclosure and tell them that, they're gonna say my property is not in foreclosure, and sometimes that's not accurate. They just want you off your list, but sometimes it happens too. Okay, but I will tell you this, and this is something that our clients tell us. Your list is the one that is updated more often, because what we see is well, other lists that what we have used have not being as accurate as yours. Anyway, we're here and we listen. We always are checking our data, and we're always are updating the data. Does it matter when the buyers are from, or do you want to send properties to every potential buyer? It depends on what you're looking for. There's people that wants to grow their buyers list, but they're very interesting international buyers, because international buyers are have a different perspective. So that's probably a question for a coach, a real estate coach that you have, or ask someone that is really doing the business. Let me check another question. Can you easily secure the cash buyer's email from your search? Not always. I'm going to say this. Cash buyers are tricky because our corporations. In their Florida corporations, we do our best to find who the owners are and actually skip trace the owner. The process, the way it works is We actually go to the zombies in Florida. We take the information of who the owners are. And if the owners are anywhere in the US, we try to do the skip trace for every single one of the owners and give you their email information and phone number. That's what the system does automatically. But sometimes companies are owned by other companies. That is when the things get complex. Okay, that's where the system tries to do his job, but it has certain limitations. That's that's an answer for Ed. And Jorge, can you find potential sales of multifamily properties about 4 units and their contact information, 4 email mailing address, also owners with balloon payment due in 2 years or less? That's an interesting question. I'm going to do an example of that. The balloon part, the answer is no. No, unless you can identify the mortgage company that, or the mortgage company that does that kind of lend, that kind of lending. But yes, the answer is yes regarding 2 multi-units. I'm gonna do multi-units less than 10 in Broward County. And these are the potential buyers of multi-units, or the potential cash buyers. And we're gonna do, after that, we're gonna do Miami-Dade. So you have a better understanding too. Not only that, we can check the holders. Again, guys, these searches take a little bit to produce because there are millions of records trying to get information as soon as possible. Well, this company have 8 properties that bought recently that are 1 to 4 units. As you can see, he bought one in 6.2 million. Actually, he bought all these properties in 6.2 million. So these addresses in 6.2 million. By the way, this is a multi-unit, but you can change you want to check the type of units, that how many units they have, 4 units, for example, you can do that search in the regular ReiFax system. It will actually do it. But this one is multi-unit cash buyers, 538 of them that bought this year. And these are the actual holders. Again, it takes a little bit of running that. There is one last option that someone is asking. Are we recording this webinar, Alexa?
Absolutely, yes, we are recording.
Okay. Because somebody's asking.
Yep.
Okay.
The link for the YouTube channel's in the chat, and I'll send it to them directly.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go back and let's do a quick demo of the follow-up system. I'm sorry, of the skip trace system. I'm gonna go to ReiFax. I'm gonna pick a property for sale, the same properties that we're looking for here. I'm going to pick this property, add it to my follow-up. And after that, I'm going to actually do a skip trace. The skip trace is done like this. You pick one property and one or several properties, and you go here and select contacts and skip trace. And the system will do the skip trace on that property. If you have ReiFax, the professional dialer version, you will find that we give you 500 skip trace free a month as part of the, and we not only give you the information related as we give you here in this case of the agent, but we give you the owner information and the relatives that live in the property, including emails and phone numbers. There are 1, 2, 3 relatives, cell phone relatives, owner, cell phones, and emails. So yes, that's the skip trace of one property, normally the way it looks like. Okay. I hope I answer all the questions for you. I think what time is up. Alexa, I thank you for your time and to put this together. And very happy to be here. I'll be in the usually in all the meetings that the club invite me, BPM. We're going to be there on July 20. I believe that's the next in-person meeting. Alexa, am I right?
July 20th in Boca Raton. The link to register is on our website. It's going to be so good. I'm really excited.
One of the things to the ones of you that are new in the business or have some questions related to the business per se. I'm being specific here, and I went and find cash buyers for you, and that's the way that you can actually grow your buyers list, getting the information of the cash buyers, email them, sending text, all that you can actually do in between the follow-up of ReiFax. But in the matter of how to do the business, how to close the deals, this is something that needs to be done by someone that had the experience of doing that. You can learn by yourself. There's definitely that possibility. But I'll tell you, in my perspective, a coach is crucial in this business. If you don't have a good coach, things are not going to be very easy for you. And usually if you made a mistake, it's going to be an expensive one. So as I always say, if you think that education is expensive, try ignorance. My recommendation for you is check the mentoring program, the BRIA mentoring program. If you have doubts about the BPM mentoring program, that you can perfectly get into the boot camp for $297 is, for me, is free for the kind of information that they give. It's virtually free. I mean, you guys are abusing the system with $297. It's too cheap. So take advantage of that, guys. In my perspective, is that not only the most inexpensive type of education that you're ever going to get, but it's the best education possible. In I will say I've been seeing programs all over the United States, because we're in Texas, we're in Arizona, we are in Georgia, we are in Maryland, we are in Massachusetts. And I'm gonna tell you, these guys not only are from your neighborhood, they know what they're doing, but they have a lot of experience. So take their advice and try to get them as much education that you can from them. So that's all I have to say, Alexa.
Absolutely, absolutely. So guys, we actually have a discount code with ReiFax because they're amazing. So at checkout, go to the website, link is in the chat, reifax.com. Go ahead, press the products tab. All of our students, all of our mentors use the professional dialer. That's the most advanced product that they have. There's different products. Their office is extremely helpful. They have their own webinars on their website. They're just doing everything they can to help you guys master ReiFax. Like, we know it's not super easy to learn anything like looking like this with a bunch of tabs, everything. The more you use it, the easier it gets. The more you come to these webinars, the easier it gets. So I do have a winner. Her name is Rose. Yes, Rose won the 2 free months. Congratulations, Rose. And like I said, use the discount code BPM. You can find this on our website as well in the vendor tabs. You can find Francisco on there. So yes, we did record this. It'll be posted to the YouTube channel in 48 hours. So look out for that. Subscribe to our channel so that you're notified when it's posted, and links in the chat for everything. And I'll be sure to send you guys a thank you email after this event with all the links, all the information. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have a happy and safe Independence Day weekend. And we'll see you all next week for our monthly meeting. And if you want to meet Francisco in person, like he said, July 20th, Boca Raton, the Wyndham Boca Raton on Glades. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much, Francisco. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And by the way, that someone is asking what is the discount on ReiFax. It's not pronounced. It's ReiFax. And I'm going to actually put it in the chat so you can have access to that. Just give me a moment. For
sure. We do say ReiFax, but it's ReiFax.
Okay, that's the name of the site, and use the BPM promo code in order to get the discount.
Yep, 20%
the discount
off.
Varies depending on the type of the account, but just for you to know, the highest account, which is all counters, is $2.99 a month. If you use the promo code, it's going to be $224. So you're saving $75 a month in that account. So please take advantage of that. Something Absolutely. About in the neighborhood of the 20%. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.